As the second-ranked Kansas Jayhawks look to stay undefeated, Azubuike will jump center against Theo Joey. Howard open for a three off the screen, and he knocks down
the big guard. Grimes on him, but good ball screen action free.
Glosson, the Memphis transfer, swings it. It ends up in Vic's hands. LaGerald Vic for three. He stays red hot, 21.
You see that smile? He said, I'm not going away into tonight. Like right there, this fella.
Udoka Azubuike with a baseline spin. It's two each of the corner. Back out to Joey Hauser for three. And the freshman, Steve Wojciechowski shuffled up his rotation last time. Kane gets it to roll home.
No fear.
It was either going to be a poster or a meme. Meanwhile, career. Cedric Glosson gets a shove.
Back with two at some point.
Joseph Chartouni is entered. Lawson gets fouled hard by Theo John. Here. So here's Lawson. He senses an advantage. No whistle on that. Quentin Grimes goes baseline, and he draws a foul. All of them belong to guys at 6'7".
He really did. He played for the under 18 feet.
Ball lost, taken away by Kansas. And a physical finish by Dotson.
Both his right and left hand. Good play by
Dotson gets it to roll home.
That's what you call here. Great speed, right to the basket. I've always said, and I've watched this young man since his sophomore year, he really reminds me of Devontae Gray.
Vic from deep, of course.
Solid contributor his whole career, but to have this kind of shooting stretch.
Sam Hauser. Steve Wojciechowski says, get a hand up. You've got to.
I've never seen him smile this much.
Wouldn't you be? Here's Howard to answer. Cannot miss. How could you possibly go anywhere besides to Vic? Howard, well, his third three.
You don't want him jacking shots either.
Vic off the window.
Doesn't matter, does it? The game. I mean, he's not forcing anything.
Marquette, Vic laying in wait. Garrett will take it in, and he has it.
Two freshmen you want to watch. Talent.
Then
in that crew. They just need solid point guard play.
Hauser drains a triple. Marquette is 6 of 10 from three. They're 1 of 4 from two.
Nope. Now we can play through the big fella, and we can certainly play small.
163rd in free throw percentage last season. Corner three, Annam. That's his.
Threes would not bite. It's good, solid vertical defensive play.
Howard, step back, splash. This is the guy that gets it going for Marquette, and Howard's got 11 early.
He now works at Grand Canyon University, and this kid has been around basketball. They're going to make a run at a wide open Big East right now.
Chartouni with the dish. Here's a two from Sam Hauser.
The game.
Lawson got deep. Cedric Glosson inconsistent to this there.
Absolutely. Has not been efficient.
Their half-court defense with Marcus Garrett on the floor. Now two go down, and they leave Hauser open. And he knocks it down. And they've held on to their lead. Kane. Got it.
Good basketball.
Lawson was held
next week with Duke going down.
That last week after they had just been bumped to number 2 without a loss.
Yeah.
And he just
to learn to play with 2 fouls, but you also want to keep him fresh and active in the game. This kid is tough.
Marcus Howard can do.
And that's against a good defender in Marcus Garrett.
What Coach K said is that he knows it. Howard, corner. Foul tip.
If you're going to beat a team that's as good as Kansas, you got to make some shots, and you got to play hard. Shore it up during the summer and the fall, and you can see it's certainly paying off.
And has to chase it down. And he banks it in today here at Barclays. And I saw a photo from Ortiz versus Collazo in 2014. Ortiz went down.
So he played with the 2. John's got 2. Both sitting right now.
Oh, what a look by Howard.
Well, it's not Thanksgiving yet, but right now, Marquette
Oldest of 6.
And he wants to just get through this half right now. And then
For most of this half, Garrett on the Here's Lawson. Beautiful feed from Bill on your end. Howard finds Hauser for 3. Got it! And Marquette. Garrett into the paint. And it rolls home for Kansas. 9 minutes, nothing. The rest of the half. Rejected by Theo John, who sat with a couple fouls. Team to a bucket. Lawson as a bouquet.
Watch it right here. He screens, 2 go to him. Nobody gets Azubuike.
Joey Hauser, number 22, is guarding Lawson right now. A blow-by for a bucket, but Dotson turns the corner down the lane, and it's
quiet start to Ed Morrow's Marquette career after transferring from Nebraska. Scout until about the mid-90s, and then the NCAA thought there was too much cost. There you go. That's where the ball has to. Out of timeout, baskets and Bill Self.
Garrett, no. Follow Lawson.
Bill Self knows where the bread is buttered. There's a little pick and roll. Same play as before, the 4-5 pick and roll. They're 2 for 2 on that in the second half. You see the screen. Lawson, that depth passing you've talked about, and then that is hard to stop.
Led the nation in field goal percentage last year. Vic to Azubuike. Nowhere to go, but he draws. As this is +7 when he's off -6. Offensive end. Dotson with a burst. Off the glass. They're 0 for 7 in the second half. 3 ball for 0 for 8 in the second half is Marquette. Here's Lightfoot. And a chance for a 3-point play.
To the rim and the dump off. And Gilbert, Arizona's fun. And Terrence Mann, the 4th-year senior, hatcheted it up.
Dedrick Lawson with a full. Marquette's playing with confidence right now. LeGerald Vick is, and he rolls it home. It would be the first time the number 1 and number 2 have gone down in the same day so early in the season as Sam Gonzaga held on to knock him off for the Maui title. Hauser left open. Joey Hauser. Lawson, a freight train again. Lawson created some space. Marcus Howard. Nice rotation. Dotson breaking down Hauser.
On this roster to go along with McCormick and Grimes. And right?
Yeah, you covered it. Dotson catch fantastic medical help and redshirt. LeGerald Vick backdoor cut.
4 type of game. That's what it is. If these 2 teams meet.
Howard blocked from behind by Marcus.
Execution hasn't been as good.
Beautiful baseline out of bounds.
Azubuike come back, given how poor a foul shooter he is. Back up soon.
Shot clock winding down. Lawson finds it and gets it
to be guaranteed a first-round berth. So he transferred here to Kansas, and many times last year, and off to a slow start.
He made a couple, he missed a couple. He said, listen, we're not going to worry about that. I want to have my best players on the floor.
10, they will foul him on purpose.
Fran, this is Marquette's first free. Okay, folks are going to see that and say, well, the officiating must be. Lawson. Wow.
Sweet. Yep. The dominance of LeGerald Vick that night.
Beautiful dump down to Theo John.
From him, I saw improved defense in the first half. In Milwaukee, great basketball town.
Hey, you mentioned the fact that the Big East is going to be down as John has a chance for a 3-point play.
They're in the league right now. But when you add
Howard has it blocked. Howard into the paint, and we get a foul on the
right for Knick fans. We're not trying. Player as I think he's going to become. The kid has got an incredible some flaws in his game. He's as dominant an athlete in college as voted on by the U.S. basketball writers. Is called a group of freshmen.
I think those who don't follow until January 8th.
Exactly. They're going to play Texas Tech. You don't go through Durham. You go through Charlottesville. Good teams around the country.
Stepped on the.
They looked like Certainly not Kentucky right now, because they're not in a, well, they're going to play, they're going to tip off in a few minutes.
Kansas allowed 47 points in the first half, but the Jayhawks put together a 22-0 run to open the second half. Bill,
Matchup, both teams will benefit.
a fantastic matchup between two of the top 5.